Hi guys, Steve here. I only cover ARK news if it's really important. But now I find myself delving into the realms of investigative journalism, as I've been given a tip. But before I start, could you please like and subscribe because it really helps me out with YouTube. Thank you. I can't verify this or be sure that it's correct, so consider it a rumour and take it with a mountain of salt. We all wondered where the hell the 1.3 billion ARK money went, because it definitely wasn't all put back onto the game. Well, if you're a Snail Games stockholder, on your next investor call, you might want to ask if any of the money went into the failed electric vehicle company called Indie EV. So I googled Indie EV, Shi Hai, he's the CEO of Snail Games USA, and holy shit, he's the founder of Indie EV. He's been trying to be the next Elon Musk and starting up his own Tesla-like company. I thought, okay, maybe Shi Hai is a commonly used Chinese name, and it might be somebody else. But if you scroll down to this article on The Verge, nope, it's him, the founder of Snail Games. Wow. I bet that cost quite a few hundreds of millions. And there's been multiple articles been written about it. Indie EV was founded by Shi Hai in 2017, around 2 years after ARK Survival Evolved's release in 2015. One of the car's main selling points is that it had a supercomputer in it, capable of higher-end gaming and live streaming, plus crypto and blockchain. It had in it a custom Windows PC with an i7 processor and an NVIDIA RTX 2080. Supercomputer? You sure? The Verge's article was a bit scathing. It was meant to sell for $45,000 and supposedly launched at the end of 2022. It must have got delayed. They said the top tier Indy 1 will be the first vehicle to have an integrated supercomputer on board, like what Tesla is already doing with a Model S. Then The Verge goes into the computer specs and takes a piss out of them. The Indie EV's marketing reps hoped that it'd be able to play any AAA game, any virtual reality game, and any augmented reality game. They built a prototype with two 15-inch touchscreen monitors on the dash, one for the Linux-based vehicle system and the other for the gaming PC. The car would also have a built-in 5G modem. Indie EV claimed the team was about 65 people. Then later somebody claimed it went up to around 100. And their South Korean supplier had already built 12 prototype bodies. Here's a bit you'll find interesting. When asked what exactly has been funding all this effort for the last 4 years, Indie EV's head of operation, John Kennedy, declined to say. Well, I could have a pretty good guess where all the money came from. But the startup was founded by a Chinese mobile game entrepreneur named Shi Hai. Court documents and state filings show who started a company called Snail Games a little more than a decade ago. There may be reasons why he's not front and centre. Shi and his ventures have been sued 3 times over claims of racist behaviour, poor treatment of employees, and in one case wrongful termination and wage theft. In 2014, one of the top executives at Snail Games USA division, David Runyon, sued the company and Shi, claiming the founder discriminated against non-Chinese employees and made derogatory statements. He also said in his complaint that working with Shi Hai was extraordinarily difficult, as he was a volatile individual who would often make decisions based on raw emotions and snap judgments. On another case, in one alleged interaction, She told Van Amberg to fire all her male subordinates and hire Chinese women because Chinese women like to shop and are better negotiators, according to the complaint, plus alleged a number of safety code violations. The rest you can read yourself. In September 2022, it was announced Indie EV to go public on a Nasdaq, as it's to merge and be brought out by Malacca Straits Acquisition Company Limited, where Indie EV will become a wholly owned subsidiary of Malacca, and the holders of the outstanding Indie EV shares will receive shares in Malacca valued at $600 million. In addition, the holders of Indie EV shares will be eligible to earn up to an additional 20 million shares, approximately $200 million, on achievements of performance milestones related to the price of a combined company's common stock for a period of 150 days after the closing until December 31st, August 2024. Concurrently with the signing of the merger agreement, Mr. Hai Shi, founder, should not be Shi Hai, and Chief Executive Officer of Indie EV, has signed a subscription agreement to purchase 15 million shares in Malacca at a price of $10 per share, which would cost $150 million. And there's loads of boring stuff. Then at the end, Malacca will be rebranded and operate as Indie Electrical Vehicles Inc. Oh, I like saying Malacca. And that's reported on there and there. Then in October 2022, we signed a deal with Foxconn to build the Indy One. Los Angeles-based electrical vehicle startup Indie EV announced today it signed a memorandum of understanding with Honhai Technology Group, Foxconn, that will see the first electronics manufacturer build the first Indy One prototype vehicles at its plant in Ohio. Our memorandum of understanding with Indie EV marks the beginning of many more decisions to come regarding the future of EV manufacturing in Ohio, said Jerry Hasayo, Foxconn's Chief Product Officer. Throughout this process, Foxconn is confident in its Ohio workforce to manufacture quality prototypes that will help Indie EV achieve future success. In January, when Indie EV was presenting its crossover at CES, it said it would be accepting reservations in the first quarter of 2022 and would start delivering vehicles this year. That plan appears to have been changed, delays, but it will now get Foxconn's help with production. The Indy One is a unique vehicle and it demands the highest quality of automotive craftsmanship, as well as consumer electronics manufacturing and engineering, said Indie EV CEO Shi Hai. Partnering with Foxconn, the world's leader in consumer electronics, during this exciting time in their entry into electric vehicles, means that Indie EV1 drivers will lead the way into the future of personal transit. Then, just as I was about to release this video, today, October the 5th, second car company files for bankruptcy after racking up $26.4 million in debt. Wow. Indie EV, an electrical vehicle startup company, declared bankruptcy after showing interest in buying another bankrupt EV manufacturer's factory. And it's got the info we've already covered, how much it costs and the supercomputer, but after years of promise, the company managed to generate $2.83 million in assets while racking up $26.43 million in debt. How? How's that even possible when they were dealing with over 800 million's worth of shares? Is somebody going to have to do a video on where the Indie EV money went? The company is the second electric vehicle maker in the same Ohio manufacturing plant that filed for bankruptcy this year. When it goes into the previous electric truck company that went bankrupt, that was an alleged pump and dump scheme. The plant sold to Foxconn for $230 million in May 2022. Foxconn said the bankruptcies will not impact the plans to build other EVs, and they'll try and find additional customers. Our facility and team in Ohio remain an asset to our company to respond to the market demand of either startup or traditional automotive manufacturers. We want to see their electric vehicle brought to the market, and it's a shame for the Ohio workers. Foxconn has agreements to produce Fisker Pear, a small electric SUV. And there's a line about them. Lordstown and Indie EV struggles are not indicators of our overall EV market. And it goes into how Tesla's doing really well, as they sold 850 billions worth of cars. Now we get to the employee reviews who actually worked at Indie EV. Let's see what they thought of the company. 5 out of 5 stars. Pros. This is a vision of the founder to build a car of the future. Indy One is that car of the future, and the only one for the future. Cons? Like any companies, having ups and downs. But in the end, it was a team that made everything work. That's got to be one of the most bullshit fake reviews I've ever read. It sounds like a company press release, and completely obvious that it's fake. There's no one will ever speak like that. 3 stars. Pros. Free benefits, also free snacks and coffee. Cons. I believe I laid off most of the people, if not all. The phones are shut off and all the equipment was sold. Put a fork in it, it's done. 1 star. Horrible failure of a scam company. Indie Non. This guy was a director, it says. Pros. 0 whatsoever. The company's full of crooks and liars. Wouldn't trust anyone I love inside their scam car. Cons. Management from the top down was horrible, and we have no business trying to make a moving vehicle. The car is a failure that... I can't read the rest because I have to sign up. 1 star. It still exists. Designer. Pros. Free pizzas on Friday, if they still do. Cons. Unprofessional hours and bad leadership. 2 stars. Good employees, terribly managed. The rank and file employees were incredibly passionate, hardworking and friendly. The health insurance was good. Cons. Unfortunately, the majority of other negative reviews here are accurate descriptions of the life of Indie EV. 1 star. Pin-headed supervisor leads to detrimental outcome of team. Pros. I value how seriously a company takes social responsibility and giving back to the community. We frequently take part in, charity events. Cons. During my time working here, I found the supervisor to be extremely pin-headed in their approach to managing the team. 2 stars. Growing feeling of frustration against the terrible and incompetent CEO. Pros. The office has been purposely constructed to create a tranquil and stimulating environment for the staff members. Cons. Many employees dislike the CEO for his lack of transparency and failure to involve them in the decision-making process. 5 stars. Disrupting the EV industry with innovative vision. Who the hell talks like that? Can't they fake it any better than that? At Indie EV, new ideas are always accepted. If you have passion in what you do, and you have an idea, it can be implemented. Cons. Startups are not for everyone, especially those that require structure or certainty. That's it, blame your employees. Although in today's economy, not everything, do they not know how fake that looks? 1 star. Bad management and liar and negative reviews were removed by HR. Pros. Nothing good about the company except the HR, and other management members have the strength to lie good and... Cons. HR has a terrible, unethical manner, which were well known throughout the company, and they continue to do that to keep... And the final one I can look at... 1 star. Brutal work and stress. Pros. It's a startup company which possibly has opportunities if you choose to stick with it. Cons. Terribly indecisive owner, makes changes from time to time, leading to work inefficiency and management blames us for it. I added all that because I wanted us to know more about Shihai and the type of company he runs, as he's the founder and CEO of Snail Games, and he has final say with what happens to ARK. And if he has the money to do all that, how the hell is Snail desperate for money, in debt for millions, and had to bargain our private server rights away to Nitrado? And does Wildcard even know about all this? Because they're scraping by desperate for money, while Shihai's trying to beat Elon Musk. And now Indie EV's gone bankrupt, Shihai might be even more desperate for money. So how will that affect Snail Games, ARK Ascended and ARK 2? Are the prices going to go up and it's going to cost more? Is it going to tell Wildcard to find more ways to make money in ARK Ascended? And how do you think this is going to affect our game? Positive or negative? Let us know in comments. That's why I made the video, warning that Snail Games might kill ARK Survival Evolved. I'll link it at the end so you can watch it to know more. So yeah, that was a bit of a surprise that they kept quiet. Google it yourself if you like and see what you find. I'll leave it up to the other creators to investigate that and see where the money went. On other news, Snail Games is starting a creator ambassador program for ARK. The company chose to help promote it is called Noise. It's supposedly linked to Snail Games. They want creators to sign up, and if you're approved you get a Steam code for ARK Survival Ascended at launch. They want participants to complete quests, earn tickets, to earn ARK Ascended collectibles. I asked them if morals and integrity would be a problem, but I haven't received a reply yet, so I don't fancy my chances. Especially after I've made this video. I don't think there's much point for me signing up as I've been blacklisted from Wildcard years ago. You've never seen me on any community crunches, have you? Should I try it for a laugh? I wonder if they get you to sign anything saying you can't be critical of a game. I wouldn't put it past them. And I'm kind of put off giving my details to Snail, as if they allegedly threatened to blackmail their own wildcard partner, and what we're going to do about people who tell the truth about the game. This ARK Ambassador program looks like a rehash of something Shihai tried before for Indie EV, the Indie Innovator program that never materialised. So what do you guys think about all this? Are you surprised he had a car company on the side? Do you think ARK money went over to it? And how do you think it will affect ARK going forward? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, subscribe if you've not already, click the bell notifications on all to get notified when I upload and stream next. Check out the videos at the end, you might like them, and hopefully I'll see you again. Goodbye.